hidden rule in the Emergency SUNY Directive means students who forget to fill out their daily health screenings could find themselves locked out of their on-campus home.
Governor Cuomo is launching a new app to track COVID exposure.
And model Chrissy Teigen announced new complications with her pregnancy.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Live. Accurate. Dependable. WTOP TV 10 News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Melanie Higgins.
And I'm Stephanie Stoiko.
Starting today, if a student living on campus forgets to fill out their daily health screening for 3 or more days, they could find themselves locked out of their dorm. Since the beginning of the semester, students who live on campus or travel to campus have been asked to fill out a health screening online before leaving their dorms.
Under the new emergency directive for all SUNY schools, if a student fails to complete a campus health screening or take a mandatory COVID test, administration has the power to electronically deactivate the student's card access to any building on campus. Students can also face suspension. Only 5 new positive cases were recorded on campus today, and recoveries continue to increase. The campus has freed over 100 of its quarantine and isolation rooms since 2 weeks ago. Yesterday, the campus saw no new positives for the first time in a month.
A Mexico high school senior, Libby Sheldon, has gained all status state for the performance of her clarinet, an achievement that has not been made from the school since the early 2000s. Sheldon says entering the New York State School Music Association is a tremendous honor, and she owes all of the recognition to the music staff over the past 4 years.
Governor Andrew Cuomo and New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy announced the launch of COVID-19 exposure notification mobile apps. The apps could alert New York and COVID Alert New Jersey notify users if they have been within 6 feet of someone who has tested positive for COVID. Both apps are anonymous and do not track personal data. The free mobile apps are available to anyone 18 or older in New York or New Jersey.
Local election commissioners say voter enrollment may hit a new high today. As of this morning, there were over 300,000 registered voters in the county. The current voter enrollment record is 307,000. This comes as experts warn Americans to cast their ballot early due to a record number of absentee ballots that could cause a delay in results.
The Diocese of Rockville Center on Long Island has become the largest to file for bankruptcy in America after filing over 200 sexual assault cases. Being a part of one of the largest religious regions in the nation, they are losing almost 2 million followers. Bishop John Oliver Bars says on top of the financial burden that COVID-19 caused, the lawsuits pushed them over the edge.
The Finger Lakes Drive-In movie theater is offering a free night of entertainment on Friday. The Halloween triple feature of Hocus Pocus, Little Shop of Horrors, and Rocky Horror Picture Show will be shown starting at 7. Space is limited to 400 vehicles, and the offer is first come, first served. Gates open at 5, and every car will receive a complimentary bag of popcorn.
Coming up later tonight, updates on Chrissy Teigen's pregnancy and COVID in Italy has risen to new record numbers.
But
Good evening, I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Walker Snowden. Now, we did have a quite beautiful day today. However, we are dealing with some showers over to our west that could be making their way to us tonight. These popcorn showers caused by a low pressure that's been up into our north. But are we going to get wet? Are we going to not? Stay tuned for more after the break. Good evening, everyone. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Walker Snowden, hoping everybody has had a beautiful day today, because that is exactly what it was temperature-wise Currently, though, we are around 57 degrees. Winds out of the south at around 2 miles an hour. We should see winds starting to shift more west-southwest, but I'll get into that a little bit later. We've been mostly clear for the day. We are seeing cloud coverage increase, as you can see in this image here. A little bit of clouds off into the background. But as for our current high temperature for the day, it was around 64 degrees. So pretty warm, especially for fall temperatures, especially as we continue on. We will see those temperatures dip off like we're used to. As you take a look at the eastern part of the state, a little bit warmer, but areas near Long Island are absolutely the warmest, and that's due to the moderation of temperature by the ocean, so they're going to stay a little bit warmer as they usually do. As for our current satellite, though, you can definitely see some active weather, very popcorn-like storms, popcorn-like cloud cover moving through, and that's what we can expect tonight. And so here I want you to take a look and see if you can see that associated precipitation with that cloud coverage. You can definitely see how the two are associated, and it's very, very scattered. Not too much for a main raid man for us to consider just yet. But as we continue on for our future cast, those storms come through, like I said, but then as you can see, Friday into Saturday, that main round of storms and rain is actually going to come through. And so as we can get into the evening this evening, you can see a little bit of popcorn storms, like I said before. But as we continue off into Friday, into Saturday afternoon, you can definitely see that main round of storms come through, that main front move up into the northeast. As for tonight, cloud coverage, partly cloudy, like I said before. I'm going to mention those popcorn storms one more time. They're coming through, and so it's spotty cloud coverage as well as rain. 46 degrees is a low, and winds west-southwest at around 10 miles an hour. As for tomorrow, cloud cover, again, mostly cloudy. Temperature not going to be as warm tomorrow as it was today. 64 today and more like 59 tomorrow. West-southwest at around 10 miles an hour as well. But as we get into our 7-day, like I've said before, we're going to see a little bit of rain come through this weekend and cool things off just a tad bit. But as we get into the middle of the week next week, towards Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to see those temperatures rebound and make a little bit of a comeback. Tuesday, high of around 66, mostly sunny. Beautiful day again, just like today. But however, as we get through that period into the end of next week, we should see a little bit more rain come through and start cooling things off once again. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Walker Snowden. Stay tuned for more news and sports after the break.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Sean Laurinaitis, here to bring you your weather for tonight, the 7-day upcoming period. So currently looking at satellite, we can see a lot of clouds around the Great Lakes area associated with the cold air that has come through the area after the cold front that passed through a couple of days ago. Looking at current radar, you can't see too much in the area except a couple of showers around Lake Erie and in far eastern Oswego County, Lewis County, and Oneida County. Looking at current air temperatures, we have a nice 58 degrees in our area, along with most of upstate New York in the mid-50s, with exception being the Adirondacks, the Black River Valley, and the Chautauqua Ridge and Allegheny Plateau area. Looking at future radar, we can expect some showers tomorrow, some lake effect showers tomorrow associated with a westerly wind as a storm system moves off to our east. Looking at total precipitation, we can expect anywhere from about 0.10 to 0.25 inches of rain from these lake effect rain showers. Looking at your forecast for tonight, you can expect the temperatures to go down into the lower 50s with winds out of the west, southwest at around 8 to 10 miles per hour. For your 6 a.m. time period, you can expect temperatures in the low 50s with winds out of the south at about 7 to 10 miles per hour. 9 a.m. temperatures around the mid to low 50s with winds out of the south at 7 to 10 miles per hour. For 12 p.m., you can expect your temperatures in the mid to upper 50s with winds out of the west at about 7 to 10 miles per hour. 3 p.m., you can expect your temperatures again in the mid to upper 50s with winds out of the west at 8 to 10 miles per hour. And around 6 p.m., you can expect your temperatures to drop down a little bit into the mid 50s with winds still out of the west at 8 to 10 miles per hour. Now looking at your 7-day forecast, tonight you can expect a low around 49 degrees. Friday, chance of showers, a high near 58 degrees with a low around 48 degrees. Saturday, some showers expected, a high near 56 degrees with a low around 46. Sunday, a high near 58 degrees, mostly cloudy with a low around 50. Chance of showers on Monday with a high near 58 degrees and a low around 50. Tuesday, a high near 65 degrees with a low around 55 degrees. Wednesday, a high near 64 degrees with a low around 50. And finally, Thursday with a high near 63 degrees. I've been your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Charles Laurinaitis, and we'll be back after this break.
but now their products and customer experience as well. On another stimulus bill. Studies show that about 50,000 jobs are in danger within the airline industry. In efforts to help, Congress is considering a multi-trillion-dollar stimulus package that will give $25 billion to the airline industry. Multiple major airlines, such as United and American, have come and said they will recall their furloughed employees if the stimulus is passed. Delphine Bouwel has won her right to the royal title of Princess of Belgium after a long legal battle with her father, King Albert II of Germany. The former king has been denying claims of a daughter for the past 7 years, but recently tested positive in a paternity test, affirming their relationship. Bouwel says she is delighted by the court's decision, putting an end to a long and painful procedure for the family.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Aaron Valentino with your sports update. Last night, the NBA Finals tipped off in Orlando, Florida, between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat. The Lakers won in dominant fashion by a final score of 116-98. Anthony Davis took over in his first Finals appearance, scoring 34 points and 9 rebounds. Things aren't looking good, though, for Miami, as point guard Goran Dragic and center Bam Adebayo are listed as doubtful for Game 2 with injury. Moving on to basketball now, sticking with basketball now, as earlier today, the Philadelphia 76ers hired former Clippers coach Doc Rivers to be their new head coach for the 2020-2021 season. Rivers, who spent the last 7 seasons with the Clippers before getting let go on Monday, has won NBA championship under his belt with the Celtics in 2010 and lots of other playoff experience. The Sixers are hopeful that Doc Rivers can change the culture of Philadelphia basketball. Moving over to the MLB playoffs now, they had a wild day yesterday with 8 playoff games over the course of 13 hours. Some of the highlights include the Braves winning in 13 over the Reds, the Marlins winning their first playoff game since 2003, and the Astros, Rays, Yankees, and Braves earlier today all moved on to the ALDS. Now let's get to see how the But as you're going to see, folks, there is a lot of back and forth in this one as we head to the bottom half of the 5th now. Ramirez lines that one all the way down the right field line into the corner. Lindor will come around to score, as well as another runner, and the Indians, they would tie the game at 6, but not for long, as Yankees catcher Gary Sanchez now at the plate, and he drives that ball in a deep right field. It's going. Will the Wind take it? There's a question. That ball is gone. 8-6 New York Yankees, and they take the lead by 2 runs, but the Indians would come back to tie it. Now here's Hernandez in the bottom of the 8th trying to give them the lead. That ball will fall in a left field for a base hit, and the Indians take the lead 9-8, 3 outs away from moving on, but not before Gary Sanchez would tie it with a sacrifice fly, and DJ LeMahieu would give the Yankees the lead 10-9 in the top half of the 9th inning, and the Yankees, they'd go on to win by that score 10-9 and will take on the Rays in the next round of the MLB playoffs.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Luke Owens with your sports update. We start locally where the Oswego City School District Board of Education has decided in a 4-3 decision to not allow spectators at sporting events this fall. This is to have an abundance of caution due to COVID-19. However, the district will allow approved media members to attend. Those media members must be approved by the Oswego District Athletic Director. The fall sports that will be played include boys golf, girls tennis, and both boys and girls soccer. To the gridiron, where the NFL announced yesterday it would be postponing the scheduled game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Tennessee Titans to later in the season. The decision comes after 5 players and 5 team personnel from the Titans tested positive for COVID-19. The NFL released a statement saying the Titans facilities will remain closed until further notice. The Minnesota Vikings, who played the Titans last weekend, have reported no positive tests this week and are scheduled to play this Sunday against the Houston Texans. The league has not yet announced a makeup date for that Titans-Steelers game. One game that will be played this week is tonight's Thursday night football game between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Both teams enter the game 0-3 and will look to capture their first win of 2020. The Jets look for a bounce-back game from quarterback Sam Darnold, who has struggled thus far. Head coach Adam Gase also needs to have a good game as his seat has gotten hot following a 7-12 overall record with the team. For Denver, they will start quarterback Brett Rypien, an undrafted second-year player out of Boise State. New York enters tonight as the 1-point favorite. And finally, to the baseball diamond, where the Yankees look to clinch a spot in the ALDS with a win over the Indians.
Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the action. Urshela, Yankees already down 4-1 in the 4th, but not for long. A grand slam from Urshela gives them the lead 5-4 in the 5th. But as you're going to see, folks, there is a lot of back and forth in this one as we head to the bottom half of the 5th now. Ramirez lines that one all the way down the right field line into the corner. Lindor will come around to score as well as another runner, and the Indians, they would tie the game at 6, but not for long as Yankees catcher Gary Sanchez now at the plate, and he drives that ball in a deep right field. It's going. Will the Wind take it? There's a question. That ball is gone. 8-6 New York Yankees, and they take the lead by 2 runs, but the Indians would come back to tie it. Now here's Hernandez in the bottom of the 8th trying to give them the lead. That ball will fall into left field for a base hit, and the Indians take the lead 9-8, 3 outs away from moving on, but not before Gary Sanchez would tie it with a sacrifice fly, and DJ LeMahieu would give the Yankees the lead 10-9 in the top half of the 9th inning, and the Yankees, they'd go on to win by that score 10-9 and will take on the Rays in the next round of the MLB playoffs.
Have a good night and stay safe.